the sidelines. Okay, we need that forecast because those games are taking place in Hillsborough.
Yes.
Not only that, tomorrow's Black Friday. There's a lot of shopping to be done. People are going to be out and about. We want to dress appropriately, Josh.
That we do, and we want to make sure that we're using our low beams because it's going to be foggy out there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, especially if you're one of those people who like to line up outside of the stores.
That might be me.
Yeah, well, me too. And you are going to want to make sure that you are bundling up over the next several mornings as we see those cooler temperatures settle their way back into the Pacific Northwest. So here's the timeline for your Black Friday. Temperatures close to freezing for the start of the morning. Patchy fog to remain. It's going to be slow to clear, especially by about the afternoon time frame. Still hovering in towards the upper 30s, but the low 40s. They do return later in the day with a few breaks in the clouds to maybe give us a brief amount of sunshine. A beautiful live look out over downtown Portland on this Thanksgiving evening. We got our holiday lights already shining bright here across our area as we sit at 41 degrees. So what we are feeling right now could potentially be our daytime highs for some locations come tomorrow afternoon, but keeping the cooler and cloudier trend going through the rest of this evening. After daytime highs sat below the average at 50 degrees is where we should be. Mid 40s is where we ended up earlier this afternoon. As we eventually washed away some of that cloud coverage just before sunset to once again fill the Willamette Valley back up with the clouds, and a lot of those clouds are going to start to sink closer to the surface, giving us lower visibility, already impacted for some of our coastal communities, which isn't necessarily too surprising, especially when we see that the National Weather Service has issued that air stagnation advisory, taking us not only through the end of the week, into the weekend, but the start of next week. That really shows the lack of weather patterns that was expected to push its way through our area. Thankfully, much of the Portland-Vancouver metro area not suffering as far as our air quality goes. That has the potential to change through the rest of this evening as our visibility is expected to diminish for the start of the day tomorrow. It's going to linger a little bit longer than what we have been accustomed to over the past several days, but nonetheless seeing some improvements as we approach the lunchtime hours. A ridge of high pressure continues to build. That's the culprit for stopping any new weather systems from kind of mixing out our air, giving us not only warmer conditions, but also a little bit more of that sunshine. That's why we are seeing that inversion layer start to set up over parts of the I-5 corridor, keeping that fog layer in place for tonight and the start of the day tomorrow. Maybe a raindrop or two along the coast. We're going to stay mostly cloudy for tomorrow. That's going to help to keep those temperatures cool. Much of the same Saturday with the fog layer and then slowly breaking down that cloud coverage by the afternoon and evening hours. It's okay that we've been rain-free as of late because we have seen a surplus in the amount of moisture here in the Rose City by about 1.25 inches. Measuring about 6 3/10 of an inch so far in the Rose City for this month. Tonight we stay dry. We increase that fog layer as temperatures fall back into the 30s. Here's what's on tap for tomorrow. 40s and 50s along the coast, the I-5 corridor. Low 40s for us. Again, the fog to slowly clear. A little bit more sunshine, but chilly temperatures out towards the east and great skiing conditions for the high terrain of the Cascades. And hey, maybe at 5:30 tomorrow, you're heading down to Pioneer Courthouse Square to light up the Christmas tree, where you will want to make sure you are dressed in layers. Maybe you're picking up your Christmas tree over the next several days. It's going to be nice and dry for us, but it will feel like December knocking on our door, which is on Sunday. That's where those temperatures will hover in towards the mid 40s. A little bit more sunshine as we work our way into next week. We remove that air stagnation advisory, gradually warm things back up. But some of our early morning lows could fall close to freezing. Frosty conditions possible, especially as that fog layer starts to develop.
Ooh, December is coming in chilly.
That it is.
Thanks, Josh. We'll be right back. Keep it here.